Hello everyone, it's me Clayton. I just finished watching episode 6 of season 3 of The Mandalorian. Now, when it comes to Bo-Katan and the Mandalorian's journey to find the other Mandalorians and to bring them all together again, it takes us to another planet where we see that the Separatist droids are now being used as part of a supposed utopia. But when a malfunction is found with these droids, it's up to our two Mandalorians to figure out what's going wrong with the droids, and they have to work with a Jack Black noble to find a Christopher Lloyd separatist in order to find out where the rest of the Mandalorians are. So yeah, this basically does seem like an episodic adventure of the Mandalorian, complete with having some celebrity guest stars involved. As in, there's Jack Black as one of the nobles of this planet, and the separatist bad guy is played by Christopher Lloyd. And while I do think it's a bit of odd casting, I do think they're both quite entertaining in their roles. Jack Black's obviously quite the comedian, and he does bring a lot of levity to what's otherwise a pretty serious episode. And Christopher Lloyd, I always appreciate him as both a protagonist and an antagonist, and he does really well in this role, even though it does seem like maybe he should have jumped the DeLorean back to where Back to the Future was, as opposed to where he is right now. I do appreciate that this season continues to go more into the Clone Wars level in terms of its character designs and in terms of the characters that our heroes meet. Heck, the opening scene is the Mandalorians meeting one of the calamari that I remember from the Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars series. And the final fight with Bo-Katan Kryze and Axwoves, the Mandalorian who's the leader of that specific sect, did remind me a lot of some of the Clone Wars fights in that respect, just done in live action. This also means we do see Sasha Banks's Mandalorian character here, and it is kind of funny to see her both here and back in wrestling, so it's funny how that works out. On top of that, Grogu gets knighted, and we also get to see more of the battle droids that we remember from the Clone Wars. Now, some people might have a problem with the battle droids, especially considering how they were basically a faceless CGI army in the prequel movies, but I like the fact that much like the Clone Wars animated series, they brought back these aspects of those series and actually developed them into making them an interesting part of this universe. And it's the same idea here. Plus, Mando and Bo-Katan do work well together, since both of them have their clear strengths and weaknesses, and they play off each other rather well. Such as when Mando has to teach Bo-Katan how to speak to the robot engineers in a way that'll respect their craft. Some people have said that Bo-Katan's basically become the new protagonist of Season 3, but to me, it's more like they're co-protagonists. They both help each other when they need assistance, and even when Din Djarin gives the Darksaber to Bo-Katan at the end of the episode, it's clearly done as a sign of respect rather than a sign of him stepping out of the series. So to me, I think that it's more they're both sharing the show now. Especially since I think that they're both genuinely interesting characters that I like following. Plus, I just like seeing how these separatist droids can be repurposed and also used for nefarious purposes when one of the separatists is supposedly brought into the Republic as a renaturalized citizen. Similar to what happened on Coruscant earlier in the season. And I think the season's saying something about some people who claim to have seen a new light when really they haven't. But we'll see as we get to the final 2 episodes of the season. See you next time.